Those people are not going to define who I am. Those people, what they wear, what they talk about, what they think about is not going to define how I think, how I wear, or how I behave.
Hey guys, welcome to Keep On Pushing Stories, where we share, yeah man, real life stories of inspiration and motivation because we want to get you motivated to live your best life. And today I'm really excited to welcome my good friend FLB to the show. FLB, welcome to Keep On Pushing Stories.
I'm happy to be here and share some inspiring stories with you guys.
Awesome, man. So, first of all, my man, tell me what it is that you do and how do you serve? How do you bring value to others?
I bring value to others by inspiring, by sharing value, sharing things that have helped me and that can help you. And when I share those things, I don't share them to look good or to tell people, look, I'm better than you. I can do that. I can work 16 hours in a row. I can do this, that, and this. Nah, it's to make you better. It's to inspire you to reach your better version. And when I'm doing those things, it's to light up that fire inside of you to go out there and follow your dreams, to go out there and push to do something you love. Because a lot of people, they go through life doing things that don't make them happy. And what I aim to do is to unleash your potential.
Awesome, man. So, if someone wanted to connect with you, how would they do that? Where do they find you?
Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok at mentally great.
Mentally great, and we all need to be mentally great. And all those platforms, man, that's where they'll find my man FLB. But dude, what I really want to know,
Mhm.
other than how to become mentally great, is how you became mentally great. I want to hear of your keep on pushing story. Just one story of how you overcame an obstacle, got back from a setback, or you stepped out of your comfort zone to accomplish something amazing. Tell us, please, your keep on pushing story.
So my story, it's not just one story that defined me. It's a succession of events, of downturns, of hardships, failures, obstacles that amounted to who I am today, to the mindset I have today. But if you want one story, I'll try to find one. So when I was back in high school, I used to I used to do every single thing possible to fit in, to talk like the other people do, to wear the same thing they do, to get accepted, to get acceptance from others. So I used to do anything possible to get their acceptance. And when I didn't get it, that would put me down. I would be stressed, depressed, and I used to be in. I used to remember, if I can remember well, there was an instant in high school where I was at some point bullied, and that day I can remember it as if it was today. I've never had that much hate, that much anger inside of me, never. And I came back home, and when you're in that circle of stress, anxiety, and depression, it's really hard to get out. Once you get stuck in, you're stuck. um and then what happened is that slowly but surely I started realizing that, look, those people are not that those people are not going to define who I am. Those people, what they wear, what they talk about, what they think about is not going to define how I think, how I wear, or how I behave. So slowly but surely, I started finding out the main purpose of mentally great, or the main purpose of myself, is to find out what I'm capable of. I always had in the back of my mind since I was 10 years old, 9 years old, that question: what am I capable of? 10 years old, I always watch motivational videos that inspired me, that just put a certain drive, that gave me goosebumps, that made me get out of bed and just started working out, that made me just push that bit more that other person wouldn't do. I always had that inside of me, always. And if you know me, you know that I'm literally the most focused person you will ever know. If you're my friend, you won't see me very much. You won't see me very much. And since I was a young child, I always remember I always pushed until this moment, until the moment where I wanted other people's acceptance, other people's accepting me into who they were, into their community, into their groups, and how they make it happen. They're sort of gangs. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how it is in most high schools, in most colleges. They have people hang out with some groups. They don't hang out with the same groups, but you have to fit in. You have to look like them to get in. You have to think like them, talk the way they do, walk the way they do, behave the way they do to get in. And that wasn't me. Since I was a young child, I always had that desire to see what I'm capable of.
So
And
you
I
learned
would,
to walk at the beat of your own drums, huh?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And and the thing is, I was hanging out with people that weren't heading anywhere in life, that were happy, that weren't. I wouldn't say they were happy. I would say they were comfortable with where they are. They were comfortable. And one day I was just fucking fed up. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Hanging around people that don't think like me, that don't have the same values as me. And all the time, as I told you before, when I hung out with those people, at the back of my mind, there was always that voice that said, you could do something with your time to make you move closer towards your goals. You could do something to achieve things and to become better than you were yesterday. I always had that voice inside of me. And just one day I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm fed up. And I started taking the first step to become my best version possible. So the story of unleash your potential, which is my motto for Mentally Great, basically means finding out what you are capable of, going through discomfort. And when I say discomfort, I truly mean it. I don't mean doing things that really don't matter. I mean pushing yourself past the point of comfort, where you get to the point where your mind is begging you to give up. And that's where you push on. That's why the name of the name of Mentally Great comes from, because of the fact that I'm the kind of person, when I'm working out, I was working out yesterday, pushing, pushing. I had to do 6 sets. At the sixth set, my mind told me, you're not gonna do six. You're not gonna do six. Then what happened? I pushed out of that negative mindset. I pushed out the mentally great aspect of me and I did 7. So
Mm.
that's what I'm talking about when I say that mentally great is not just in sports, it's not just in business, but it's in life. You always got to push. Life is going to throw obstacles, hardships, failures, disappointment at you. And how do you keep going? By being mentally great.
What was the
This is
first
my
step that
story.
you took, FLB, from, when you were being bullied and you feel depressed and you made that decision that you're going to become mentally great? What was the first step that you took?
The first step, I always trained. Training was a way for me to get out of that bubble, to get out of getting accepted by everyone else, to get out of fitting in. I was the kind of kid, Devin, I was 14, 13, waking up at 3 a.m., motivated by Kobe Bryant to work out. 3 a.m., 13 years old. I was that kind of kid, and I still am.
Mm.
That's why I never fit in. I was trying to fit in with people that didn't have my values, with people that weren't who I am, that weren't that hyper focused, hyper motivated person trying to find out what he is capable of. And waking up at 3 a.m., going for runs, doing my workouts, training, then going to school, then coming back, doing it over and over and over again. That's the difference between being normal and being mentally great. It's that you just keep fucking pushing.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. What's the difference between them and others? It's that they had the mindset of greatness. They had the mindset of, look, you're gonna do this amount of work, I'm gonna do that amount of work. That's what makes me great. When you look at all those great peoples in the world, Steve Jobs, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, what do you see? You see that person, you say, yeah, this guy is talented. But you don't see what happens behind the scenes, the hours and hours of practice that they put in. You see the final shot in the game that gets in, but you don't see the 10,000 times he took on the practice field. And that's the thing. I started reading books. That's the first step. I read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, which was one of the first books that I read. I got inspired by Conor McGregor to read it.
Mm. So, what would you say you learned through the experience of becoming mentally great?
What would I say? I would say that stop worrying about what other people think. Stop worrying about what other people think. A lot of people, and I always talk about that, the grave is the place where the most lost potential is found. These are people that could have done great things, that could have achieved things, made history, but that just didn't take that first step. Why? Because they were afraid of what other people might think, afraid of not fitting in, afraid of not adhering to the normal aspects of society. And that's not me. And that's not you also. I
Yeah.
know this. I know your story. And we're not supposed to fit in. I have this feeling inside of me, and I can't explain it, that and I'm pretty sure you have it too, that we're not supposed to fit in. We're different. I can't explain it, but it's different. What I feel there's people that might say, I don't want to be great. I don't want to be my best version. I just want to be here. And I'm not saying that's not a good thing. We talked about that you have to be in the now to be happy. But I'm saying if you're not improving, you won't be happy. That's a guarantee. And what I learned was that to stop caring what other people think and to keep pushing, no matter how little, every single day of my life to become better, to reach my best version possible, to push out of my comfort zone.
Indeed.
Those are the two main things that I learned. And
Yeah.
the one biggest thing that I learned in my whole life is that how you see things affects your life. Your world is affected by your mindset, by your perspective. Once you change your perspective, you change your life. That's it.
Change your perspective, change your life, and stop worrying about what other people think.
Mm.
Man, an amazingly powerful story, amazingly powerful life lessons. Thank you, FLB, for sharing those with us.
It was a pleasure. As usual, Devin, it was a pleasure.
Indeed, indeed. So, guys, look, if you found this valuable, please leave a comment below and don't forget to hit the subscription button. And because you'll get a notification every time we post another amazing video like this. But also, please don't forget to share it. Your friends want to be inspired as well. So, share this, don't keep it. And until we connect next time, as always, keep on pushing.
Keep on pushing, everyone. Keep on pushing.